All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, as always, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaha, Kwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. This is the brother Yashamai coming back at you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And in this video, I wanted to share a dream that I had earlier this morning. And this was a dream I had while I was listening to GMS North Carolina with your brother Elder Hawad and you know, the brothers in his camp. And basically, because, you know, while I had this dream, I could actually hear the voices of these brothers speaking as I was dreaming. So, you know, again, I was dreaming. This was a dream. Okay. And basically, there's two parts to the dream. Okay. I would like to say the first part of the dream was a draft. Okay. You know, there was a draft that took place. And, you know, there were a lot of women crying, you know, there was a great panic going on. A lot of people was revolting, you know. Basically, there were a lot of Jakes, you know, they thought they were tough, but basically, when they found out they had to be drafted, they became as women. You know, which I'm going to get some scriptures on that, okay? Because in Isaiah, the 19th chapter, it tells you that that the men of Egypt have forborne to fight; they have become as women. You know, and I'm talking about a lot of these niggas out here. They think they're tough. You know, they wouldn't give you mean looks like they want to fight. They want to go around causing trouble, smash and grab. You know, they want to block traffic, you know, and interrupt people's businesses. Just being a bunch of hoodlums, right? These were the same niggas that basically they got drafted and they were scared. You know, they were crying, you know. And there were women there too who were crying, you know. You know, a lot of women got drafted. But you know, you know, basically at the same time, there was a lot of relocation going on, you know. So after the draft had begun, you know, after people were getting drafted, you know, I remember walking through this city, but it was like a apocalyptic like city. So this was here in America, you know. America was basically a apocalyptic city, and there was really no I couldn't find any pictures to really describe how the cities look, but basically the buildings looked destroyed. You know, there was fire on the ground. There was fire in the grass. The buildings were on fire, you know. And I remember as I was traveling through this city, I remember I saw these brothers from North Carolina, the brother Hawad. You know, there were like let me see. I would like to say there was, how many was it? uh, I think it was four of them. It was four men sitting on the back of a small semi truck. Okay. It was four men sitting on the back of a small semi truck because there was two passengers and it was four men sitting on the back of a semi truck. Okay. And the four men that was sitting on the back of the semi truck, okay, I believe these to be the brothers from the North Carolina's camp because I saw the brother Hawad sitting on the back of the semi truck. So basically, I approached the semi truck and I basically hopped on. I pretty much hopped on, and pretty much all these brothers were speaking about was prophecy, you know, which that's also prophetic too, because the scriptures speak about, they that believe is. I'm not going to butcher the scripture. I'm just going to get it, but the scriptures speak about, let them speak as the oracles of God, okay, of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. But basically, I hopped on the semi truck and I pretty much sat behind everybody, and I was just listening, Then I turned around and I saw a passenger and I saw a driver, and basically the driver started driving off. Now the semi truck was white, the semi truck was white. And again, it was a small semi truck, basically as small as like it was as small as one of those small U-Haul trucks, except it was not a U-Haul truck, it was a white semi truck. Okay. And, and again, the brother Hawad was there. Some other brothers was there. Now, the other brothers, I don't know if those were the brothers from the North Carolina camp. I just would have to assume that it was because the brother Hawad was there. And basically, again, before I got on the semi truck, I saw a total of four men on that semi truck. Okay. And basically, I believe the brother Hawad was sitting in the middle because he was sitting on something. I think it was some boxes, but I could be wrong. And then, it was two guys sitting on the left and one sitting on the right. So, I hopped on a semi truck and, I sat to the back basically, and then the semi truck driver started driving off, and as he was driving off, again, we would basically this truck was driving through a apocalyptic city, but pretty much the back of the truck was open the whole time, and pretty much brothers was just having a conversation, about the kingdom of heaven. I believe the kingdom of heaven was mentioned in the conversation, and as they was having a conversation, I remember the brothers had said something, and basically I wanted to chime in, but I forgot what I wanted to chime in on. But I believe it was about salvation or the chariots coming to deliver the Lord's elect, something along those lines. But brothers was so in the spirit that basically I kept getting cut off. So basically I was just I pretty much held my peace, and I was looking out through the back of the semi truck, and all I saw was fire and buildings were destroyed, and it was just rubble everywhere and ruins, and the dream was very, it was, because the reason why the dream was very comforting, because even though we was driving through apocalyptic city, I felt that there was just no danger because, you know, there was nobody around. Like if you watch the movie I Am Legend, it was like apocalyptic city like that, you know, except there was fire everywhere, it was debris everywhere, ruins, and basically we was driving on this road, you know, and as we were driving through this apocalyptic city, I believe we ended up driving through this desert. It looked like a place that was in the middle of nowhere, you know, and again, there was still fire because we was pretty much leaving the city, you know, and then we ended up at this, you know, we ended up at this secret place, and you know, brothers got out the truck, you know, they were conversating or whatever, you know, and this secret area had opened, but I remember we had went in, you know, and basically there was like food everywhere. There was like food, you know, and you know, the dream was very interesting, you know. So, basically brothers didn't get drafted because the draft had already happened, and basically, you know, it was me, the brothers, and pretty much we were still here in America in a apocalyptic city, all fucked up and shit, buildings on fire, ground on fire, you know, it was tires on fire, cars destroyed. You know, and it's interesting because I forgot to mention there were other vehicles in front of us too, because, you know, again, there was like a window on in the back of the trunk of the semi truck, and again I seen a passenger and I seen a driver up in the front, and basically I seen other semi trucks too. It was like it was more than just one white semi truck, you know. It was multiple white semi trucks in front of us, but basically they were all heading in the same direction, you know. And by the time we got out, you know, we all ended up at this secret place, and basically, you know, again, there was food there, you know. And basically, brothers was eating, having joyous conversations about the kingdom of heaven. And then, you know, my phone rung, you know, some damn bill collectors sent an automated voice messenger call to basically call my phone, and that's when the dream ended. You know, and I was pretty pissed about that. You know. But yeah. But at the beginning of the dream though, there was a major draft that took place, and it was women getting drafted. It was a lot of people getting drafted, especially a lot of, you know, badass niggas, and pretty much, man, man, it was terrible too. There was a lot of screaming, a lot of panicking going on. No, I don't want to go, man. You know, niggas were too afraid to get locked up, so they ended up going. Hey, man, hey, the Lord is terrible, you know, and there was a lot of these tall, muscular niggas too. Man, I don't want to go, man. No. Mommy, please tell him, man. I live with you. I live with you. No. But anyways, let's get into some more precepts here. And you see, oh, look at that, 144. The Water Yahweh Shai. As soon as I looked at the time on the, video, it said 1444. And that's another thing too. I be watching the brother Kazak from Missouri, and he goes in, he goes into numbers, but three. I remember him saying that 3 4s represent a defense, because we know that the number four represents mercy, and when you look at 3 4s together, it makes up like a fence. So just real quick, let's get that in Psalms. Okay. Psalms, and again, I'm not saying I'm of the elect. I hope I'm of the elect. As it is written, we are prisoners of hope. Okay. And the Lord has it set up that way so that, we don't get comfortable in society. Come on, man. If Jake knew he was of the elect, his ass, he'll be wicked all the way until Yahushua come back. Then this nigga will put on a garment. See, look, Lord, I repented. Nah, your ass gonna get zapped to powder right there on the spot. Okay. Nah, man. So I'm glad the Lord has it set up that way, where we have to hope to be of the elect, because that keeps us on our P's and Q's. That keeps us from getting complacent. Psalms 34:7. Okay, we are prisoners of hope. Okay, and besides, I love the fact that I put all my dependency on the Heavenly Father Yahweh and in His Son Yahushua. I just love being dependent on the Heavenly Father and His Son. So here we have Psalms 34:7. Okay, it says, "The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear Him and delivereth them." Okay, so when the angels encamped about you, that's likened unto having a fence around you, a protective fence. Because what's outside the fence? You got dogs, you got cougars, hyenas, wolves out there, and that's basically the 2/3 of these niggas and these heathens, So, the angels are they're gonna navigate the Lord's elect through these coming apocalyptic events that are getting ready to take place. Salak, I came here. Actually, I like that picture. I want to keep it up because it basically resembles the future of America. Let me see. Because I was in America when I was traveling through this apocalyptic city, and it was even buildings in the background was on fire, smoking. It was buildings miles away on fire, smoking. You could see smoke in the air, You could see smoke in the air. It was a terrible scene, but I didn't feel any danger. Like, and it could be that, it's just, I have faith that the Lord will protect me. Because I didn't feel afraid. I didn't feel any worries in that dream. But and I believe, it could have been an angel that led me to that semi truck, because before I encountered that semi truck, I believe I was I can't remember. I believe I was on the back of another truck. Or it could be wrong. I don't remember. Or actually, no, I believe I was walking. Because I had walked. Yeah, because I had walked up to that semi truck. I believe I was walking. No. We're gonna do this. Yeah. Not downloads, man. What the fuck? Please excuse me. Stupid ads. Okay. Bookmarks. Here we are. Okay. So let's see. Let me see. The Blue Letter Bible. Why don't I have the Blue Letter Bible on here? Hold on. Oh, here we go. Bible searching tools. I want to read that in the NLT. So we're going to do Psalms chapter 34 and verse 7. And let's see what it says. Book of Psalms 34 and 7. And then let's see. Let me see. Tap to change. And we're going to do NLT. Okay. So this is Psalms 34 and 7 in the NLT. For the angel of the Lord is a guard. You see, a fence acts as a guard. You see? Okay. For the angel of the Lord is a guard. He surrounds and defends all who fear him. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, that's a beautiful translation. Okay, so also in Proverbs 18 and 10, it tells you that the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. So, while I was on the back of that semi truck, I felt like there was a hedge around us because we were not being attacked, and there was definitely no danger. We didn't sense any danger. Brothers were having a leisure conversation about the kingdom of heaven and the downfall of Esau. Even while we were, on the back of this white semi truck traveling through a apocalyptic city until we got to the secret area. Then, brothers were eating, and having conversations about the kingdom, So let's see. There's another precept too. There's another precept, right? Oh yeah. Let's get that in Isaiah. Isaiah. That's what I want to get. Isaiah. Okay. Let's see. Isaiah. What is that? Isaiah chapter 19. Let's see. Let me see. Okay. So this is Isaiah, right? Chapter 19, verse 1. Now, before I continue, right? The Bible speaks about how America, Babylon, is spiritually called Egypt, Sodom and Egypt, right? So, because when the Bible speaks about Egypt, it also can refer to America, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. So just real quick, Revelation 11 and 8, okay? And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Okay, you see that? So now when we go back to Isaiah 19, okay, it says, and America is that great city. That's how we can identify Babylon would be in America, okay? Isaiah 19 and 1, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Okay? So the Lord said he would set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. So I believe this is a part of what's going to lead to America's cities becoming apocalyptic cities. Okay, because it's going to be the Egyptians against the Egyptians. And just real quick, right? Let's go to 2nd Esdras 15 because there's a precept to that. 2nd Esdras 15 verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another. This is in talking about what? Civil war. Okay? And these civil wars are going to get so violent that it's going to lead to buildings being destroyed because, hey, there's people out there who have grenades. And we also got to remember that it's not going to just be civilian against civilians. Because remember, this is the great city of confusion. So it's not going to just be civilians versus civilians, militias versus militias, factions versus factions. The U.S. government is going to get involved. So who's to say that they're not going to be shooting at people with tanks? Okay? Who's to say that Esau's not going to be using drones to shoot civilian with missiles? Because it's going to be the Egyptians versus the Egyptians. And we can't forget about the UN army. Okay? All those immigrants that came over here in the form of the UN army. Okay? Okay, all those immigrants who came, all those UN military personnel who came over here disguised as immigrants. Okay, they're just waiting to be activated. So when that time comes, they gonna be over here wrecking shop. Okay? So it's gonna be all out war over here on the soils of America. You know, and that's why we keep telling you people, man, America has already been invaded. Y'all just don't know it yet. Because there's people that are a part of the UN military personnel from these different countries that are stationed over here right now waiting to be activated. So America's already been infiltrated. And all they got to do is get those men activated and boom, they're going to move in on you people. Okay? So one people shall stand up and fight against another and swords in their hands. Okay, and swords can be anything. Rockets, because rockets can also destroy buildings, set shit on fire. Okay, grenades, that could be a sword. You know, guns, AK, snipers, okay, assault rifles, hunting rifles. So you can understand. You know, drones. You know, and not to mention, there's going to be robots out here. Okay? Robots that's going to be activated. Hunting down people, killing them. Okay, so for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. So, ain't nobody gonna care what the president have to say, you know, which this leads me to believe that the U.S. government could fake a assassination on Donald Trump, right? Where Biden stays in office, right? Which could lead to what? Because if the U.S. government, and that's according to that Illuminati card game. Let me just get it real quick so you don't think I'm just making this shit up. Because there's a Illuminati card game, right? Let me see. Bing. Take me to Bing. Yes. All right. Bing.com. And then here. Let's go to images. Damn it. Okay. So let's see. Okay. And then go to images. Okay. And then check this out. Okay, enough is enough. And as you can see, that is obviously Donald Trump's face, right? It says, at any time, at any place, our snipers can drop you. Have a nice day. So you see, they could play this card, right? During the elections, you know, the U.S. government could fake Donald Trump's assassination, and basically that could spark what? That could spark all out chaos here in America, which could lead to what? It can lead to civil war, race wars. It can lead to class wars, factions and militias going to war against one another. And then, of course, you know, Biden could just send in the UN army to basically do their thing. So then it's just all out war. Okay? Then at that point, it's just all out war all across America. Okay, the UN army against civilians, civilian against civilians. Okay, factions against factions. Okay. Okay. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. And what does the word sedition mean? An uprising or a rebellion against the government. Okay. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and of course their actions shall stand in their power. Okay. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why? Okay. Because martial law. Again, martial law is going to be cutting off people exits or entrances into different cities. So let's go back to Isaiah 19. Okay. Right. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Okay. And they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Because, yeah, kingdom against kingdom, man. And it's interesting. It's interesting that the scriptures say that because each state here in America is likened unto its own kingdom, its own country. You see? So city against city and kingdom against kingdom. So it's just going to be all out war, okay? And the spirit of Egypt, which is America, America is the new Egypt. Just look on the back of your dollar bill and you see a pyramid. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards, which your wizards, your familiar spirits, your charmers, those are your politicians, your Republicans, your Democrats, okay, the Congress. They're all a bunch of wizards and they deal with familiar spirits. They're a bunch of charmers and witches and warlocks. Okay. See. Okay, so let me see. So let's just real quick. I want to get the precept where it says that Egypt is likened unto women. Hold on. Let's get that real quick. Let's go to Google. Okay, go to Google and type in let me see. Type in Bible. The men of Egypt are become as women. KJV. So that's Isaiah 19:6. Okay. That's Jeremiah 51:30. So I'm in Isaiah 19. Maybe I passed it up. That's why. Okay. So Isaiah 19 verse 16. In that day shall Egypt be like unto women. Okay. And it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts. And you know what that shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts is? That draft. Okay. You see, the men of Egypt should be, a lot of people here in America, they're going to be afraid to go to war in World War III. You know why? Because of all the estrogen they put in the food, they spray in the air, they put in the water. Okay? And a lot of you men, you're here in America, you're too effeminate to go to war, you know? You got jakes out there nowadays who are too scared to even fight, you know? But guess what? Esau's he's gonna force you to go. Or guess what? He's gonna tell you, he's gonna lock you up in prison. Okay? Okay? And that's what I saw in my dream. You know? Men, there was just, men crying. There was a great panic going on. People was getting dragged off into military vehicles and being taken to military bases to be trained up to being soldiers, So there's a draft going. And you better best believe Esau's going to raise the age limit, So, hey, scriptures say never trust thine enemy, because then the age limit is going to go up to 37 or 40 years old, because we're talking about the devil here. Because really, the so-called elites, he don't give a damn how old you are. Okay? There's men in the military right now, even as I speak, that's what, 45, 50 years old? Come on, man. So, it's going to get to a point to where, the age limit is going to increase. And the age limit, the minimum age limit is not going to just be 18. It might be a 15. 15 years old. Bam. Get your ass in the military. Esau grabbing a nigga by the back of his shirt and then grabbing him by his dirty ass drawers and tossing his head and tossing his black ass head first into a fucking military jeep and then hauling him off to a military base while he crying and shit with red eyes. Please, my mom need me. Nigga, your mom don't need you. These niggas scared. Like my man said from Juice, the movie Juice. Anyways, oh man. And that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan. Okay, which that's being fulfilled right now, right? Because the language of Canaan, what? It's going back to the Hebrew. And swear to the Lord of hosts, and one shall be called the city of destruction, right? In that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt. Oh, yeah. See, so I did skip it. Okay. So let's see. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 17. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he have determined against it. Okay. So, you know, hey, that draft is coming. You know. But, you know, let's get Isaiah 65, right? Getting on the dream, right? Because you know, the white semi truck that me and the brother Huad and other brothers were in, you know, that's in the truth, you know, we were basically taken to a secret area, you know, after America's cities got turned into apocalyptic cities with fire and destruction everywhere, and you know, we're just traveling in the midst of all this. You know, in the back of that white semi truck, you know. Then we got taken to the secret place. Well, let's go. Let's get Isaiah, right? And again, I hope I'm of the elect. I'm not saying I'm of the elect. Okay, Isaiah 65 and 13. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So let's read that again. Isaiah 65 verse 13. Therefore, you know what? Oh, you know what? Yeah, all this is good. All this is good because this is going into how the 2/3 of our people have rejected the Lord and decided to live a life of wickedness and sin. Well, you getting drafted into that military is a part of that. A part of the reason why a lot of you niggas are going to get drafted into the military is because you forsook the Lord. You didn't want to hear his counsel. You didn't want to hear what his voice had to say, which the voice of the Lord are his prophets. Okay, you didn't want to hear what the Lord had to say. So Isaiah 65 and 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, and prepare a table for that troop, and furnish the drink offering unto that number. Okay. So you're preparing a table for that troop. So in other words, the Lord is gonna prepare your ass to be a troop for the U.S. Army. So you know, you forsook the Lord's holy mountain, that prepared a table for that troop, and furnished a drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, right? And ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. And a part of how that's going to happen is a lot of you niggas getting drafted into that war. Now, not every nigga that's of the 2/3 is going to get drafted into that war. Okay. Because it also tells you that 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. And that's speaking about over here in America. And the part of how they're going to be put to death over here in America is by what? By concentration camps, starvation, famine. So not all of you niggas are getting drafted into the military. Nah, a lot of you niggas, you're going to perish here in America. Even though there's more women of the 2/3 than there are men, but still, you know. Okay, so it says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. And how did she do evil in the eyes of the Lord? By committing sin, being willingly ignorant, living a life of wickedness. You know, you might have been a gangbanger, you might have committed murder, you might have stole, you know, committed adultery on many different counts. You know, you was a witch, a warlock, you smoked, you worship idols, you sold drugs. You know, you wanted to get lineups. You wanted to be a worldly individual. Eat it what you wanted to eat. You didn't care if you was cooking or having sex on the Lord's Sabbath, you know. You know, a lot of you niggas were a bunch of moles. So guess what? Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. So the Lord is going to starve a lot of you niggas out. Okay, the Lord is going to get a lot of you niggas by starvation. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So the Lord said that his servants are going to eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. And that's what happened in my dream. You know? Hey, that's what happened in my dream. You know? You know, we was taken to a secret place and we basically had food to eat. Because obviously, you know, buildings were on fire. You know, there was no food in the city. So, you know, in that dream, I was led to a white semi-truck where I saw the brother Huwat from North Carolina at and other brothers in there. I'm not sure what camp those brothers were from, but those had to been men who followed the same teachings, you know, as the apostles of Great Millstone, men who truly believed in Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, because the brother Hawad, that's not a brother who would hang around a bunch of niggas, okay? Okay, and that brother Hawad, I believe him to be a very sincere brother, okay? So, you know, again, I saw that brother, you know, the brother Hawad, you know, it was him on the back of that semi-truck, and there was 3 other guys on there with him. Because remember, there was 4 guys on the back of that semi-truck. But it was your brother Hawaii and it was some other brothers from other camps who truly believed in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And basically I got on the back of the semi-truck and I joined them. You know, I sat to the very back, and you know, it was the 5 of us just sitting on the back. You know, and the semi-truck drove off, and, you know, and it's interesting because the semi-truck started to drive off as soon as I sat on the back. And, you know, we was taken to the secret. Well, at first we was traveling through this apocalyptic city, and then this apocalyptic desert. And then we were taken to the secret place, and there, you know, we had food, and we was, you know, having leisure conversations about the kingdom of heaven, you know. So, you know, I saw that in my dream, you know. We was eating, you know, behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed, right? The Lord's servants are going to rejoice. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord Yahweh our God shall slay thee and call his servants by another name. So I pray and hope that you sincere brothers and few sisters have been edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. With that, I'm going to say shalom. Is on to the next one.